Coach Alvey, thank you for sitting down with me today. So how are you guys rounding up for next year?
Yeah, we're looking good so far. We're finishing up the recruiting this week.
Great. I know that's a big push this time of the year. I've talked to other programs and they're doing the same thing. So I understand that Kentucky is in line for a new glove contract, and I wanted to get an understanding of what needs are not being met right now. And I wanted to let you know what Rawlings can do for this university. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Awesome. Could you describe your current process for selecting gloves each year?
So in the past, we've structured our contracts geared toward customization due to the direction of creativity the sport of baseball is going in. For this reason, we've been with 44 for the past 5 years, and our players have enjoyed what they've been able to do with their leather.
Okay, I get that. So when you think about the gloves that your players are currently using, what is the biggest challenge or complaint that you hear regarding the quality or performance?
So the biggest complaint that we hear is the quality of the leather and the durability of their gloves. We've had many gloves break in the past, and we plan for this each year. As coaches, this can be annoying, but we've learned to work with it, and the guys enjoy to have multiple gloves as keepsake and free range of customization.
Okay, so if a player's glove is consistently failing sooner than expected, what impact does that have on your budget and your player's overall confidence for performance?
Yeah, due to the lack of durability, we typically allow each player to get 2 gloves so they can last the duration of the season. Oftentimes, the leather breaks, and us coaches have to restring the gloves, and players have to spend time breaking in their secondary gloves.
Okay, so Coach Alvey, you mentioned that you've had gloves break in the past. Could you tell me a little bit more about that? So how much did that end up costing the team in dollars, and how much time did that take from the players having them try to break in their secondary gloves?
Yeah, it definitely added up. Each 44 glove outside of our contract runs us about $150 on average, so that's just over $3,000 just in secondary gloves alone. But honestly, the bigger issue was time. It takes most of our guys at least a couple seasons or a couple weeks to get a new glove game ready, and during that time they're uncomfortable and not performing at their best. It's a lot of lost time, a lot of lost reps and frustration.
Okay, so given the importance that you place on quality, durability, and a professional look for the program, would you be interested in seeing the specific details of how a Rawlings glove program would look for the University of Kentucky?
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested in hearing you out.
Okay, I appreciate that. So based on what you've shared, it sounds like the key factors for your university are durability, customization, and overall program image. Would you say that those are your top priorities?
Yeah, I'd say that sums it up what both our players and coaches care about the most.
Excellent. So Rawlings is known for its heart of the hide leather as well as its pro preferred line. So these are both built from top of the grade steer hide leather. This is used by over 60% of MLB players, so it has great pull. So our collegiate contracts allow each student athlete to fully customize their gloves while getting that pro feel. So I brought you a Mercer glove right here. This is one of our partners. They signed with us a few years ago. This is their Mercer logo. This right here would be where your Kentucky University logo would go, either your primary or secondary logo. Right here is the Rawlings logo. This has been around since 1887, so we know what we've been doing with our gloves for a long time. So this glove is fully customized, color, weight, even down to the stitching. You can color the stitching as well. I think that's really cool. This is an outfield glove. It's the Heart of the Hide series, as you might know. I'm sure you've seen this around a lot when watching the MLB. But I just wanted to show you this and let you know. And also, this might surprise you, but this is a year old. It's still in great condition. So this year being 1 year old shows you the type of perfection that we put in our gloves and what 44 can't do for you. So Coach, if your players could get this level of customization, but most importantly, the greater durability, would this get them excited?
Oh yeah, our guys would love that.
Okay, that's great to hear. So on top of that, Rawlings partners with collegiate programs through our team's package pricing. So this means that we can include replacements, bulk customizations, and savings. So this way, the programs aren't hit with unexpected costs mid-season. This is a way to show that you're not paying for more long-term gloves that wear out faster and need replacing. So in terms of this package, this would run Kentucky baseball around $13,500 for 45 gloves. That's the typical glove deal that we do since it's a 40-man roster.
That sounds great, but Rawlings gloves are typically more expensive than what we're paying right now, and players are used to receiving 2 gloves per season.
Okay, well, I understand that. That's completely fair. But can I ask, when you evaluate price, do you typically look at just the upfront cost or the long-term value over a few seasons?
Usually we look at the total cost for the year.
Okay. Well, considering that your players are currently needing 2 gloves per season, if we could provide 1 glove that lasts the entire year and potentially longer, such as this glove, this could cut out your replacement cost completely while elevating your performance. Does that kind of investment justify a higher price point?
Yeah, that makes sense when you put it that way. Our players would opt into 1 glove, that means it would last a full season.
Exactly. Plus, having your players use the same glove as many pros really strengthens your recruiting image. We've seen other D1 programs increase their social engagement and recruiting visibility through their Rawlings partnerships.
Okay, but our players have gotten used to the 44's customization options. They like the creativity side of it.
Yeah, I totally get that. 44 does a great job. But players love expressing themselves through the gear. And let me ask, if you could keep the same creative freedom but add a higher level of performance and durability, would that be something that your team would value?
Yeah, I think our guys would like that. What could you do for us in that aspect?
Okay, so Rawlings custom platform allows for over 400 design combinations. This includes personal embroidery and team branding. We even offer preseason design workshops where players can build their gloves online with our specialists. This way they can get that creative ownership, but a better performing glove.
That sounds something we'd definitely be interested in.
That's great to hear. Coach, based on what we've discussed, 1 glove per player, custom designs, and a program that aligns with Kentucky's elite image, I'd love to schedule a short demo with your staff to show mock-ups and pricing tiers. If you would like to see what we can draft contract-wise, would that sound good?
You know what? Let's set that up and I'll get the players on board.
Perfect. I'll send over an email this afternoon summarizing our discussion along with a few designs and templates for review. Would Friday of next week work for me to come by and finalize the contract details, as well as run you through a sample website to show your athletes? This way we can immediately begin the process, and by summer we can hit those design deadlines and get those gloves out to your players by the fall.
That sounds good. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach. I really appreciate your time today, and I'm confident that this partnership will elevate your players' performance and your program's image as a whole. Thank you for connecting with me, and I'm super excited for next year.